Good evening, and we are back with my second guest tonight for another episode of Small Biz Highlight. I don't think I'm ever going to get over that intro. It's so freaking cool. Anyway, I gotta figure out how to make it a little bit longer. I want to party afterwards. Ooh, or an end credit scene. Okay, wait, let me stop. I'm getting off key here. Okay, so we are live. Thank you all to everyone who is going to be catching us live or on replay. Please let us know in the comments how you are catching us tonight. I have a great guest lined up for you, very informative, and I honestly have some questions that I'm sure she gets every day, so I can't wait to ask her again. But I do have to remind you, we are live with StreamYard. So if you have a question while we're live or you want to leave a comment, please do. We absolutely welcome it, and it can get on the screen during the process. But I do remind you that you do need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give Facebook and StreamYard permission to talk to each other so that we not only get to see your comment, but your name and your picture. We want to know who's talking to us. All right. It's not a bad thing. I will put the link into the comments, but it is also in the description of the video. This is 2021. This is your year. No matter what your dreams are, your aspirations, your goals, this is the year that it is going to happen for you. Putting nothing but good vibes out into the universe, hoping that all of you will share those good vibes to all your family and friends. Speaking of friends, so my friends button is missing on Small Biz Highlight. So please, if you don't mind, take a few seconds to find a video, maybe this video, share away, and also invite your friends and family on your timelines to like and follow Small Biz Highlight. Doing so not only supports me and the show, but it does support all the 92 episodes that I have uploaded of all these amazing businesses with amazing offers and features and just everything. So please show your support for small businesses by simply sharing and inviting people to like the page. What's new? God, there's so much that's new that's going on. I'm going to breeze through a couple important things. Boost with Facebook Leaders Network. Guys, Small Biz Highlight was invited to be a part of Boost with Facebook Leaders Network. It's a community of small businesses that, have demonstrated really successful use of Facebook and the tools and stuff. And I was invited to be a part of it. I'm pretty excited, so there's that. Tuesdays, Clubhouse, 2 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. I'm going to be going live on Clubhouse, doing pretty much the same thing I do here, but opening it up as a forum place so multiple small businesses can have the opportunity to introduce themselves and all of that. So please join in. Wednesdays, I am going to be giving you those weekly updates at 2 p.m., letting you know everything and anything that's going on, from my apparel that's officially available on Amazon to my podcast and my TV show. Gosh, guys, there's just too much. Network game night, October 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It is a free event. Please sign up. The link to the tickets on Eventbrite will be in the comments. I would love to have you guys there joining in to play some Top Tail with us. A great icebreaker game, get some funny stories going, and who knows, maybe the winner can get their own free copy of Top Tail. Just saying. Small Business Saturday live vendor event. If you're familiar with Home Shopping Network or QVC, kind of the vibe I'm going for, people. So I'm going to be going live for 12 hours. 12 hours. I know I'm crazy. It's okay. People have told me. But I will be featuring a new business every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, a new business will have 15 minutes to do their own little infomercial. Whatever they plan to do is up to them. But, my goal is to give them that platform to help promote using small businesses as your go-to for holiday shopping, because it's that time of year already, guys. So there's that. Okay. So I breezed through that super quick. I will have details and more going forward, especially during my weekly update on Wednesday. But tonight, my second guest tonight, Miss Nina. She is living the good life down in Florida, first of all. So I'm so jealous. But, she has an amazing business. It's very intriguing, and I cannot wait to introduce you to her. So give me 1 second here so I can get her on here for that. Hello, Miss Nina.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. It's so great to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm been so excited about this. So thank you again.
Oh, that makes me feel so great. Thank you. I have been excited to have you on because your business is something I'm really excited to ask you questions about, get to know a lot more about it, maybe even ask you some of the most common misconceptions kind of thing going
Yes,
on here because there's
let's really
plenty
talk
of
about
them. But before we get into that stuff, I would love it if we could take the time to help the people get to know you a little bit better. So, Nina, who are you?
love that question. So I am Nina Lowman. I am the founder of Indica Dreams, which really is just my baby. We'll get into that in a second. I'm originally from, I say Bronx and Brooklyn. I was born in Bronx, Lebanon Hospital, but raised in Brooklyn mainly. So
Okay.
I'm like a product of both. I'm a Bronklyn person from Bronklyn, whatever that
Got
is.
it.
I've been living in Orlando, Florida for over 20 years. So
Oh,
I'm probably
wow.
like a full bred Floridian at this point. My mom is still up north. Most of my family on my mom's side is still up north. So I go up there quite often still. And who am I? I am, okay, we're going to get like a little bit deep.
I love it. Let's go.
I,
Let's do it.
okay. I feel like I am a spiritual being having a human experience, right? So that's what I'm doing. I am here fulfilling my life's work, learning, growing, hopefully inspiring, being inspired. And that's who I am. That's what I'm doing. So that's who Nina Lewin is.
I love it. It wasn't too deep. That wasn't, it was just
It's
the
like
right amount of deep. I love
it's
it.
like scratching on the surface of deep
Yes. Yes.
because it could be like really
Got
far
people
without getting too
intrigued. That's the whole purpose of this. Come on now.
right.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, I'm so jealous of you living in Florida, but
Are
I
you?
being from the Northeast, I we miss you up here. Just saying. No.
Where were you living?
My boyfriend is from Brooklyn too. So,
Oh,
I've been there
lovely.
plenty of times.
And where are you two
I
living
used to
now?
live in New York when I was going to college up there and joined. I don't know. I was in the army up there for a while, so
Very,
very familiar with Brooklyn.
very cool. Very, very cool.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So I um love your business, Indica Dreams. How did you come up with the name? Does it have some kind of significance or meaning?
Yes and no. So the name, well, it's kind of a two-parter, if you will
Okay.
allow me. This was never supposed to be a business.
Mm,
I got into the CBD realm after my mom was unfortunately diagnosed with breast cancer. And so being a part of her journey and trying to get her on a more holistic routine as
yes.
opposed to the really harsh medicines they prescribe after you do chemo or radiation, which just really disintegrate the body more than what it just went through.
Oh
So
yeah.
we kind of went on that journey together, and that is how I discovered CBD. And then I saw like what it was doing for her and how it was helping her. I would say like she slowly started coming off of the medication. Like she still needs some things, obviously, which is why I call it like integrative medicine. But she was able to drop a lot of that stuff. And so when I saw like what it did for her and it helped like bring that zest back to her, I wanted to learn more. And so I went to school for it. And I got my
Oh,
certification in dispensary management. So, I can grow some ish. Like not just like
there you
business, I can
go.
actually grow the ish. Like I can like do a grow house. Like I know how to do all that stuff. So it was really, really cool. And like while being in school, that's when I was like, wow, I want to give this gift that I was given with my mom, which I consider like a second chance. I want to give this to somebody else. Like, even if it's one person, if I can like make that journey for someone like a little bit easier than what we went through, then it's all good.
I
So
absolutely
it really came to me
understand that.
during a junkie
That's
for
such
it.
a great story. Goodness. I'm sorry about your
Yeah.
mom's struggle with it's never anything pretty to see a family member go through that. Um, and it had to have been hard, but it's crazy how the things you don't expect to be a catalyst for good ends up being just that. Your mom struggling may not have been the most amazing moment in your life, but it also then, helped propel you into this wanting to educate yourself because this helped her, because you want to see other people feel the effects of it and get better from it too.
Yeah.
So that has to be something you were not expecting, honestly.
I wasn't. I honestly was not. And I think that's why this company is so like personal to me. Like it's not just a business. Like it is like feel I mean, it sounds so corny as you change and evolve as a person, but right now who I am, this is part of my life.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't sound cheesy at all. I mean, it just speaks
Lose
to your
you?
dedication to it, how serious you
I
are to grow with this business and educate not only, those that you love, but so many others on the benefits of these products and what it can do for them.
exactly.
Now,
Exactly. You get
I
it.
have to play devil's advocate because it's going to be so much fun. So there's so many common
Let's do it.
misconceptions.
Let's get into
There
it.
is so many common misconceptions about CBD. I
There
mean,
really are.
and it's almost to the point where I feel like people are just not willing to take that next step to educate themselves on what the actual truth is, that they just
Hmm.
fall back on what the misconceptions are and just leave it at that. And I think
Right.
that's so sad in a way because, that's how we learn. That's how, you could potentially find something that could absolutely be a benefit to you. And here you didn't take the time to, research it effectively. I can't even talk. That's
Exactly.
how that's how passionate I'm getting about this. No.
I love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate
So
that.
what are some of the biggest misconceptions that you've come across about people asking you about your products being CBD products?
Okay. Well, I want to start answering that question, kind of highlighting a word that you used just now, which is the word research.
Mm,
And CBD is very much part of research. It's self research, right? Like
yes.
every CBD brand is not going to be right for everybody. Everyone's body is going to respond very differently to CBD. Some people, it doesn't agree with them. Some people, they need tinctures. Some prefer the gummies. Like you have to find what works for you. And it's a research process, right? People don't want to do the work.
They
Like,
don't. They just
I
want the
think
quick fix. Come on
I think
now.
that's part of the society that we live in right now, right? It's like that instant gratification, and you're not going to
Yes.
get that with CBD. Like this is not like having a shot to the brain. This is not how it works. It is a very timed and controlled and calculated situation. It really is, and you have to be willing to take the time to invest in yourself because it is an investment and do the work. So I think when people come into it with that mindset, they are better prepared to go on that journey because it is a journey. It's not going to be like, oh, I took 2 drops and I feel like amazing. Like it's not a one stop. It's not. It's a journey, and everyone's journey is going to look 1,000% different. So I think that is the biggest misconception that I took CBD and it didn't work. Well, what did you take it for? And how much did you take? And when did you take
Yes.
it? And what was the manner that you took it? Was it a gummy? Was it a tincture? Did you smoke it? These are questions that have to be asked and discussed before you even purchase anything. And I think a lot of companies are failing their customers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they're not educating them before they buy. So they're just
Oh,
buying. They
absolutely.
don't know what the hell they're doing. And then they have a bad experience and it's like,
Yes.
it's garbage, it's snake oil. And there are snake oil companies out there, don't get me wrong, but you have to empower the people with information first so they feel informed and they know what they're doing. And that's a big part of who Indica Dreams is. We love to educate our clients. Call us, text us, email us, like Facebook us, ask us questions. Like don't feel like you're doing this by yourself, because you're not. So I think the
I think
biggest misconception is that those two
I
things.
think one of the biggest misconceptions that, even my own family members kind of joke about with me is
Yeah.
the correlation between marijuana and CBD.
Mhm.
And that CBD will get you high or whatnot. And that is not the case, right?
At
I'm
all.
right on that fact, right? Okay, good.
All.
Okay, good.
Let's hear it loud and proud. CBD will not get you high. It
Okay.
is not. There is not. It's not a psychoactive drug. The part of marijuana that gets you high, the psychoactive part, is like the higher dosage of THC. Full
Yes.
spectrum CBD, which is what we sell. All of our products are full spectrum as well as vegan. There is not enough THC in there to cause any kind of psychoactive effect. So the only benefit that the THC plays in our products is it works with all the other cannabinoids that we have in our products. It's like the entourage effect.
Hmm,
They all work together
okay.
well. So we don't want to take anything out because it's perfectly made by God or by science, whatever you want to call it. It's perfectly made the way it is. But there's not enough in our products to have you like acting crazy, run down the street, naked, anything like that. It's not that. That's not what it's for. You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be tripping and acting crazy. It's totally for wellness. It's a different form of wellness.
I love it.
So
So
yeah.
you spoke about how it helped your mom out during her
Mhm.
toughest moments in her life. What are some other benefits that, your products can give to anybody with any kind of ailments?
Great question. So obviously anxiety, which is probably the most at its height it's probably been in many years with everything that's going on. So,
Oh, yes.
so
Oh,
really
gosh,
helps with
yes.
anxiety. Oh my gosh, yes. It just like takes that edge off. So you still feel like you, but just like I'm more equipped to deal with what's going on, kind of me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it can help with depression. It can help with appetite control. There are stories of research about it having with epilepsy, seizures. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
wow.
Yeah, it can really help with a lot of things. A lot of things that if you just do the research. Inflammation is a huge one that I want to touch on actually, because I love to work out. I love my spin. I love my
Mhm.
Pilates. And, inflammation happens when you're putting stress on the body and you're changing the body. It's
Absolutely.
really great for that. Just like pre workout, even post workout, can help with
Oh,
sleep.
wow.
Ah, yes, that's another big one. And not like the kind of sleep where you took something and then you're like, where am I the next day? Not that kind of sleep. It's just kind of like helps you sleep more soundly, a deeper
Suddenly
sleep.
become a morning person.
Yeah, a more restful sleep, so you actually feel like,
Love
"Okay,
it.
I had a good sleep, and now I feel rested." So, it's great for a lot of different things, but again, the key is finding what works for your body.
Some of those I would have never even thought of. Like,
I know.
you just blew my mind a little bit here because like some of them I automatically would think of like, the depression and the anxiety and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm a vet, so a lot of my fellow vets tend to fall to this to help them out.
Yeah,
And then even going the route of getting they're trying to get approval for marijuana to be authorized for certain stuff and
yeah,
whatnot. I mean, anyway, so whatever people need, I'm down for as long as it's truly helping them in the process of healing themselves.
exactly.
And I just there was just so many things you mentioned that I never inflammation. Like what does that have anything to do?
Yeah, I
Like I would
know.
have never thought of that, and that just adds the icing on the cake, kind of as far as what benefits and those are just a few that you mentioned. There's got to be so many more.
There's so many more, but it's really that's part of the research, right? Like people have to do the research. The knowledge is there. You just have to seek it out.
I think it's great too that although research is key into figuring out how it can benefit you and if it's the right route for you, that you're even saying, please reach out to me, contact me, ask me your questions.
Absolutely.
I want to help you. Because, that's that level of customer service that small businesses are able to offer, because then you're not just talking to a number on a computer screen. Right. You're talking to a human being. And then you'll remember that human being. You'll be able to remember what you spoke about. And then months from now, when they're still renewing what the products that they need, reordering and whatnot, you're able to remember, oh yeah, don't worry, I know what you need. I'll send it out to you, because you have that connection with your clients.
Exactly. And that is so important to me, because unfortunately, we did not have that experience when we were, on our quest with my mom at such a very difficult time. Like that would have been a little bit much, you know what I mean? So that's why it was so important. Like, I don't care how little the situation is. Like, we can make it easier for you, make you feel supported, make you feel like you're talking to a person, because you actually are. Like, I want you to feel like they want to like email at 12 a.m. We're there. You're not going through this alone. You don't have to like just buy this product blindly and hope and wish and pray. There's people here to guide you, people that are educated, people that are knowledgeable. And so that's what we try and strive really hard for, to just give to our customers.
I want to thank you for taking the time to be here with me tonight. I mean, I knew it was going to be intriguing, but like you just took it to a whole nother level, like teaching me all kinds of stuff I didn't know about this. And I think that's so great that we've had the opportunity to do that here and, be able to share that with so many people that, hopefully the right type of information is being spread about CBD and its benefits versus the common misconceptions and those being diminished, hopefully, over time.
Absolutely. I would love to add one more thing if I could.
Yes.
So I want to really stress that CBD is part of a wellness routine. It's not a one-shot, one-stop cure-all. And I think that's also a huge misconception. You have to incorporate other things into your wellness routine. So what Indica Dreams offers is our piece of the puzzle. Our CBD is part of the wellness puzzle. You still have to do other things. There's nutrition, there's fitness, there's self-care that can look totally different for everybody. Meditation, prayer, affirmations, but it's part of your self-care routine. When you get up, you brush your teeth, you take your CBD. It's not a one-stop shop. That's it. It's part of a routine and it's ongoing. So I think if you come into it with that mindset and ready to do the work and committed to just bettering yourself as a whole, then it's really going to work for you.
Love it. I love it. That is probably the best piece of advice we could close this interview out with. Oh gosh. I love it. All right. So you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, from Miss Nina, telling you, if you have even had any kind of afterthought about what CBD could do for you or any interest at all, please feel free to reach out to her with any questions, whatever you have that you would like to research about. I'm telling you, you'll never know what could benefit you until you take the time to research. The key word for this episode is research, ladies and gentlemen. We said it way too many times. The word of the day is research.
It is. We should do a code for small business highlights. Let's do a promo code. Yeah. So let's do small biz gets you 50% off your order. Small biz, all one word. Boom.
Guys, 50% off your order with code small biz. I'm loving it. I gotta add it to my site now so everybody sees it. Oh, but her information has been scrolling at the bottom of the screen if you're watching us live. If not, it's in the description of the video, podcast, whatever you're listening to us from. And it's also in the comments. Please click away follow, like, share, send all your questions, and obviously buy something because you're getting 50% off your order. I'm just kidding. But thank you. That is such an amazing offer. I really appreciate that. And I'm so, I'm so honored to have that opportunity to share with my viewers.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you again for everything, all the information, your willingness to share with us your story about your business, about you, about everything. And just taking the time to be here tonight. I know as small business owners, we're just busy.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me. This was wonderful. Thank you for your time.
I'm so glad. It has been a really great time talking to you. And, I always love to end the show with a very nice and friendly reminder to all my viewers to put your communities first, people. We do that by doing two simple things. You are shopping small and supporting local businesses. With that, I wish you all a good night. Good night, everyone.